Okay, I'm just going to do a really quick one here while I'm making my dinner. I'm making my breakfast, I guess you said. I'm putting my stuff over here. I got the washing machine going. This one's a quick one. It's April, let's see, April 15th, 2021. Let's see, it's day 105. The reading for today is 1 Kings. Is it 8 and 9? 1 Kings 8 is 1 Kings 8 is just basically dedicating that. Oh, I forgot to do yesterday's. Yesterday's was real boring. Yesterday's was they were making some temple to the Lord, and they were building whatever his name's house. It was at Solomon's house. And they basically were dedicating it to the Lord, singing praise to the Lord, blah, 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 because they didn't have TV back then. It's amazing how non-religious everybody gets once mechanization starts happening. Anyways, God goes out the window. Anyways, so that was yesterday's. That's why I didn't do a video, because it was just praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord, blah, blah, blah. Then today, what was chapter 8? I just said what chapter 8 was. Chapter 8 was more nonsense. Let me get the Bible. I think chapter 8, if I'm not mistaken, because I just listened to it. Oh, yep, still dedication of the temple. And it's talking about more of like, you better be good because God's going to curse you if you don't. Nonsense. I mean, there's more cursings than blessings. And then it says, oh, we should be so thankful for God because God's so good to us. No, God's got a million different things that he'll kill you for. If you're raped, he'll kill you. If you're, if you're picking up firewood on Sunday, or actually it was Saturday back then, he'll kill you. He'll kill you, he'll kill you, he'll kill you for all these things. Some of them very inane and not hurtful to anybody except God's feelings, apparently. So, anyways, that's why I hate these praise things. Because it's just nonsense. Anyways, after Solomon, chapter 9, after Solomon, this is 1 Kings. 1 Kings 9, after Solomon finished building the temple of the Lord, the royal palace and everything, the Lord appeared to him a second time, and he appeared to him in Gibeon. The Lord said, I have heard the prayer of petition which you offered in my presence. I have consecrated this temple, blah, blah, blah. And, so anyways, there was something here about, chapter 9, verse 15. This is an account of the forced labor which King Solomon levied in order. There's the Bible. Let's see if I can get this. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. The writing's pretty small. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, neat. That's the first time I've done that. But anyways, this is an account of the forced labor, in other words, slavery, which King Solomon levied in order to build the temple to the Lord. I guess slavery is okay if you're building a church. Then anyways, there was something else in here that was annoying. Okay. Pharaoh had come up and taken Gezer, and after destroying it by fire and slaying all the Canaanites living in the city, he gave it as a dowry to his daughter, Solomon's wife. Solomon then, so he gave it to his daughter, but Solomon got control. What? Misogyny again, your daily dose of misogyny in the Bible. Solomon then rebuilt it, not his daughter. Solomon did, because Solomon gets to keep it, even though it was not given to him, because women don't matter. But anyways, it's like, wait a minute. So he went and he he genocided a whole tribe so he could give a dowry to his daughter. This is what we're commending here. And as soon as Pharaoh's daughter went up from the city of David to her palace, which he had built for her, Solomon built Millo. Or Millo. Anyway, so this is, and it still says, about forced laborers. But Solomon enslaved none of the Israelites, for they were his fighting force, his ministers, commanders, adjutant, chariot officers, and charioteers, the supervisors of Solomon's work who policed the people engaged in the work, numbered 550. So I think it is trying to say that Solomon had a lot of slaves. And I think this is trying to act like a premonition, because it says in I'm going to do it this way, verse 22. Let's see. 21. I don't know if you can see that. Solomon conscripted as forced laborers as they are to this day. So I think this is trying to be kind of like prophetic, and saying like this is how slavery started. So I don't know, but again, God's condoning slavery. And for people who said that, for people who say God does not condone slavery, they have not read the Bible at all, because slavery is just a mainstay. Slavery built up the Bible just like slavery built up the United States. There was no more or less slavery that built up the Israelites, the Jewish people, than or at least the legend of the Jewish people, because I don't believe any of this nonsense. I mean, yeah, there were slaves, obviously, but I don't believe, any of this God stuff. God said this and God said that, and God did this for the Jewish people, God did that for the Jewish people. The Jewish people, whatever happened to the Jewish people did for the Jewish people did against the Jewish people. There was no God to it. And yeah, they probably used God. Well, still, every religion does it. Uses God and saying like, oh, God gave me this, or God, it's either to keep what they want to keep or get rid of what they don't want. It's never a hardship on them, because God would never make hardship for people. Anyways, so, nobody says, oh, God's making me go through this right now because of, it's rare that you hear somebody say that, But anyways, whatever. I'm kind of jumbling my thoughts and my words. But anyways, it's just more nonsense today. It's disappointing. I'm starting to get, I'm not even reading the New American Bible anymore because I just got better things to do. Now that it's summer, I got so many better things to do, and the Bible's just, it's too nonsensical for me to spend that much time on. So that's why I'm not really putting much into it anymore. And I mean, you can only hear God killed somebody for, not taking off their shoes before entering the temple, before you just say, gosh darn, this is just too much. Anyway, so that's the Bible reading for today. I don't think I really have anything. I should have put some patterns out, but like I said, I'm just so busy. I don't have too much time to put into this anymore. Now that summer's coming, the weather's better. I got the gardening. I got a chicken who hatched out a couple, or at least one chick. The interesting thing about that is the chick, the eggs had frozen. She started clutching. Clutching, when I say clutching, I mean when a hen wants is about to go broody, what she'll do is when she lays her eggs, she'll lay them in a different spot than she usually does. Like she'll hide them. She'll hide them. And I used to think it was because she didn't want me taking the eggs, and that might be part of it. But I think it's a natural thing anyways. I hope you can hear this over the washing machine. I think it's a natural thing anyways, because like they would want to put it in a secret, you know, their nest in a secretive spot so animals can't get at it. You know, and plus it won't be drafty and won't get rain on them, and you know, so they probably do want to have a secluded, safe, you know, spot away from the elements. So anyways, I think even though, yeah, they don't want me taking their eggs, I think it's just natural anyways for them to find a better spot to lay eggs. If they're going to be sitting on them and raising babies. So anyways, she had started, now it's only, let's see, it's April, what did I say it was, April 15th. She had started laying the eggs in March. And, you know, she started laying, and I knew somebody was going to go broody, because there was a whole bunch of eggs laid in the shed where they don't usually lay eggs. So I'm thinking, you know, one or two of them are going to go broody. And she ended up going broody, but what happened was, at night it was still getting cold. And so the eggs froze. And usually it only takes 21 days for eggs to hatch. But, you know, I guess because they were frozen, you know, they froze, it took a full month. And I made some mistakes here, and I should have just left the eggs where they were, but I didn't think they were going to hatch. So on day 21, well, actually day 22, I candled some of them, got rid of some of them. I thought it was just too much for her to handle, and so I put some new eggs underneath her, thinking, you know, if these ones didn't hatch, which I didn't think they were going to hatch, but I put some new eggs under her, so, you know, in 3 weeks she'd get out of broody. And so these ones hatched. I heard a little chick cheeping under her yesterday, at least one chick. I wasn't going to pick her up to see anything, you know, let her do her thing. But it's talking about snow, you know, snowing this morning, and it's cold out, so I don't know what's going to happen. You know, she's going to have to figure it out because it's just really cold. Well, we'll see. We'll see if she's able to keep these ones alive and not, you know, freeze to death. I'll just help her out any way I can a little bit, but you know, this is mostly a her thing. It's got to be a her thing because this isn't in the house. It's out in the shed. You know, it's not heated out there. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.